5. Yeah, yeah! Power rankings. Jace. The face. Gotta bring a little calm to the world, you know? None of that hip-hop junk shit. Alright, let's get this going. I'm gonna bust this out quick. Gotta go to work. I know you guys are begging for these, so I'm gonna try to get them out. We're gonna start with the number 10. Gonna hop back down. Sorry about this, Roman. You're gonna go to learning computers. You had a loss again this week. Didn't make any improvements. Even though the trade was pretty good, it didn't help you out, so I'm going to have you go back down to 10. Number 9 is going to go to Hooked on Tronics. It's going to move up from 10. Not a big improvement, but you had a decent week. You just faced the best. So, of course, you're going to lose. After that, Pat, you're going to have to go with 8. Still 0-4 and can't catch a break. You have to do something with Maurice Jones-Drew. The guy is not going to be a good fantasy player. He has 22 points so far this season. I know he's a great guy, but he's on the worst team in maybe the history I've ever seen. So you got to make moves with him. Rob Gronkowski's coming back. Let's pray that helps you out. But right now you're at 8, Pat, and you need a win desperately. I think if you don't win this week, you are done. As for all of the 0-4 teams, if they lose this week, they are done 0-5. You ain't coming back and sneaking into the playoffs. I just don't think it's going to be possible. After that one, you're going to go to number 7, Pentakill, 1-3. My preseason rankings number 1 has dropped all the way to number 7 after another tight loss to the Bamf this week. He had a chance, but he just couldn't pull it off. His team is wishy-washy, and this week for sure, I'm sad to say he's going to lose again. I'm going to laugh if he does win. With Adrian Peterson, Alfred Morris, Doug Martin all out, I don't think he has a chance this week going up against Cal, but you never know. Sorry, Josh, you're going to be ranked 7 from 5 last week. Your team just is not producing, and let's see if you can make a bounce back. I think you still have enough time, even with the 1 win. Helps out a lot. But after this week, if you don't win here, I also think you're in the boat with the 0-4s of maybe out of the playoff run. After that, I'm going to have to go to Llama. I had him at ranked 8 last week. I flopped him up to 6. Going chalk pretty much this week. I kind of don't like it, but it's kind of the way it is. He had a great win last week, and now he's had back-to-back wins. Colin Kaepernick played a little bit better. Arian Foster's played okay. His team's doing okay. I still don't like him very much. I don't think he's going to be doing too much damage to the top echelon teams. But he did take down Fat Steve. But Fat Steve had the worst game of probably the season for him. He couldn't put up shit, only 116 points. And look at that. Yeah, Ryan only put up 130. It wouldn't have beat a lot of the teams that were out there this week. He just happened to play Steve on the right week. After that, I'm going to move up to number 5, and it's going to go to Dwayne Boners. Justin, another solid outing again. Put up 142 points, beating Learning Computers. I thought you were going to beat Learning Computers, but still another solid outing. You're 3-1. You can't deny that record. It's a great record. But the only thing I have to say, I still don't like your team. I'm going to stick by that. And you had the least amount of points scored against you. So, and you haven't even put up that many points. 504 ranks 4th most points scored and least most points scored against. So your 3-1 record is very nice, but it's a little deceiving. But that's how fantasy football is. Sometimes you just get lucky weeks. After that, this is the big shocker. I'm going to drop Barry McCockiner down to 4. Was my last week's number 1 ranking. He had a god-awful performance this week, and the other 3 people had great performances this week, and I knocked him down all the way from 1 to 4. Sorry to tell you, Steve, but that's how it's going to go. I still like your team. but this week you took dumps, and it's not going to happen because your team is still great, but it's a little scary. Breeze tried to bring you back, but he just doesn't have enough firepower. And Manning, man, that guy just is not producing. You might need to think about moving him around. Maybe Alex Smith, EJ Manuel. I don't know. It's just tough. Other than that, your team is solid, and I think you're going to bounce back. The only reason I knocked you down was because of how great the other teams played. After that, I'm going to have to go to Tim. You were 4 last week. You're 3 this week. Another dominating performance. That's 3 weeks in a row. You've put up great numbers. You've clearly stated that you're one of the best teams in the league. Phillip Rivers is playing great. Russell Wilson could play better, but you're still pulling these out. You have a solid solid receivers. Your running backs are weak, but it feels like running backs aren't as important this year, and I've been feeling that for the past few years, but no one seems to agree. Trent Richardson, Chris Johnson, they've been okay, but not bad, but not good. Antonio Gates had a great game this week, and like I said, you have solid receivers and solid quarterbacks, and if they can keep carrying you, you're just going to keep putting up massive points. Okay, after that, number 2, I'm going to have to give myself tit on the nip. I really wanted to put myself at number 1 after the week I had, but I'm not going to dethrone Cal after he won as well with a pretty dominant game. My team is right now just playing awesome, and I'm loving it. The trade with Cass, David Wilson for Lamar Miller, he produced more points than David Wilson has all season in one game. I'm really loving that I picked up him, and my receivers are playing pretty well so far. T.Y. Hilton's a pretty weakness, and I do still have Danny Woodhead starting. Yes, he produced last week, but I don't think he's going to be doing that very much more. And as of course, I do have Peyton, best fantasy player in the league, so he's been helping out a lot. Andy Dalton has been wishy-washy. Only put up 6 points last week, but the week before that, 15, and then the week before that, about 15. So he's been wishy-washy, and T.Y. Hilton are my big weaknesses. I like my team. I really wanted to put him at number 1, but I'm not going to dethrone the number 1, which is going to be Gotham's Rogues. Number 2 last week is going to go fly up to number 1. Another solid week. The Tom Brady finally brought his A game, breaking the 20-point mark for the first time this year. Victor Cruz is playing great, even though Eli Manning's struggling. And your running backs are looking okay. I know you have Eddie Lacy, and he's pretty much your biggest weak link right now. And if Reggie Bush can stay healthy, he's just going to keep producing those numbers, all-around stats. And, even ESPN had him on the MVP watch. His biggest weakness is his health. When he's playing, he's great. When he's not, he's terrible, of course, and he doesn't play that many games. So, Cal, if he can stay healthy all season, I think you're in front running for Super Bowl. So, let's keep an eye on that. Cal, congratulations. You're going to go with rank number 1. Let's hop over to my matchups. My first one's going to be Barry McCockiner versus Hooked on Tronics. I'm sorry, Cass, I'm going to have to go with Barry. Barry came off a bad week, but your team is just not very good. So Barry's going to take that game and take it with a big chunk of points on that one. After that one, Lugnut versus Learning Computer. Finally, the 0-4s face each other. I think Pat pulls out his first victory this week, beating Learning Computers. I think his team is much better. And he's going to take this game. He's going to take it by a good amount, and it's going to maybe bounce back Pat's season. It's a must-win for both of them. Winner of this one still has a chance to make the playoffs. The other one does not. After that, we go to Bank and Llama Drama. A great game. It's going to be my game of the week. You can have my oh no, it's not my game of the week. It's a good game though. But I have the Bank winning, beating out Llama Drama. Llama has moved up my charts, but he's still not the best team, and especially the way Tim's playing, I think he's going to beat him big time. After that one, you have my game of the week. It's going to be Tit on the Nip versus Dwayne Boners. It's going to be the 5 versus the 2. Justin's playing great. I'm playing great. We're both putting up numbers, but I have to give myself the advantage this week just due to bye weeks. He does have RG3 going out this week, which is a big hit on him, even though he does have Terrell Pryor, which has been playing okay. He's projected to get 18 points. I highly doubt he gets 18 points. but you never know. So it's going to be a close one right now. Yahoo has it 55-54, and as I said, I'm going to give myself the advantage, and we'll see how it plays out. I hope you guys enjoyed these, and see you guys next week. Go Chiefs!